Welcome to Echoes and Paths, a podcast dedicated to honest conversations and real growth. I'm James Harvey, your host today, reading a script written for you by John James. And this episode is something special because it's straight from our hearts to every husband and father out there who needs a reminder, or maybe even just permission, to take a day and treat himself. Let me set the scene. Maybe you're listening on your commute, taking a late walk, or fitting this in between meetings and chores. However you found this moment, I'm glad you're here, because men, especially married men and fathers, are known for bearing so much. Early mornings, late nights, worries about bills, about the future, about their partners and children. And over the years, so many guys I know, and myself included, honestly, start to believe that if we take even a little time for ourselves, it's selfish. Something about the family comes first becomes this permanent setting, and self-care just falls off the list. But what strikes me about this, and really what statistics show, is there's a risk to putting yourself last for too long. Research tells us men have a higher mortality rate than women, almost everywhere in the world. In the United States, the average man lives about 76 years, while the average woman reaches 81. We see similar gaps in Europe, here in Nigeria, really all over. And it's not because men aren't tough, it's often because we just don't press pause. Stress builds, blood pressure rises, little aches turn into bigger issues, and before we know it, we're too worn out for the people we love. Here's the interesting part. Nobody celebrates a broken man. Not your wife, not your kids. If you ran yourself into the ground for them, they'd only wish you'd taken a little time to rest, to stick around longer, laugh more, and be fully present. Think about that for a second. If your best friend or brother never did anything for himself, wouldn't you beg him to take a break, to catch his breath? That same compassion needs to come back to you. You know, I keep hearing these stories of fathers who wait until retirement to finally enjoy life. But so many never make it, or they're too tired or sick when that time finally comes. A buddy of mine, we'll call him KO'd, put everyone first for years. He worked overtime, skipped vacations, rarely spent even a Saturday on himself. When he did have a health scare, it wasn't just his body that needed recovery. It was his spirit. That forced break made him reevaluate what really mattered. He started golfing once a month, even if it was just 9 holes, or would go see an old friend for lunch. His family noticed he was calmer, kinder, more himself again. That ripple effect reached everyone he loved. Now I get it. Spoiling yourself doesn't need to mean extravagant spending. In fact, for a lot of guys, it's the simple things. A football match in person, 2 hours with your headphones lost in old school hits, a steak dinner you didn't cook for anyone else, a quiet room and your favorite book, whatever resets you. The luxury is in the freedom, the chance to just be for a while. Why is that so hard for men to claim? I think part of it is how we're raised. That message that real men don't need rest or work first, play later. It's everywhere. But the reality is you add more years and way better years with a little regular self-care. There's even medical research backing this up. Men who carve out downtime report lower blood pressure, better heart health, and less anxiety. It's not soft. It's smart. Maybe you're still thinking, sounds nice, but my family will think I'm being selfish. Let me flip that for you. Your family wants you to be healthy and happy. The kids want their dad to be fun, present, alive, gentle, not snapping from stress. Your wife prefers a partner who isn't just an exhausted roommate. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is step away for a moment and return recharged. Here's a thought. Pick one day a month. Put it on the calendar and commit to it. Tell your family this day is for me. Go out, get that meal, catch that movie, drive out of town, or even just sleep in and do nothing. No one loses. In fact, you'll find there's more of you to give to those you love, not less. Over time, that small ritual, not just for birthdays or Father's Day, becomes the maintenance plan for a longer, better life. Before I sign off, here's the heart of this episode. Giving yourself permission to take a day is not weakness. It's wisdom. You model for your kids, especially your sons, what healthy boundaries, rest, and joy look like. You show your spouse that you value your own well-being, and that's a gift to her too. And maybe most importantly, you rekindle your sense of self, the hobbies, laughter, and moments that make all the working and providing worth it. If today's episode of Echoes and Paths sparks something, if you're feeling seen or even a bit convicted, I hope you'll subscribe and share this with another man you care about. Sometimes one voice can set off a whole new tradition. Take that day. Enjoy it with your whole heart. Your family and your future self will thank you. This is James Harvey reading the words of John James, wishing you real rest, real joy, and another great year ahead.